Shalom, first and foremost. All praises, glory, honor goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakodas. Double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone. Taught us his truth. Salutation all Yakin, pushing this word day in and day out. Doing this quick lesson on this brother right here. I believe he's from Minneville in New Jersey. So-called West African brother. He did a lesson or a quick upload. No more theories. Trump is bringing the NWO, so let's play it, man.
What's their crackdowns on free speech? They just look less and less like we do.
Yeah.
And there's a real question about whether there's a massive shift happening now in terms of world alliances long term.
Well, there's definitely, I think, a new world order. I think the president has sought to it. There's a new world order in trade. There's a new world order in globalization and the way that we invest in our economy versus, foreign supply chains. There's a new world order, and that the president is willing to shake up some old alliance structures. I mean, NATO, I think, is much different because of the president's leadership than it was 10 years ago. It was sort of coasting. It was effectively a protectorate of the United States of America. Obviously, you saw what happened in Venezuela. So, yeah, the president is putting a stamp on world history, but fundamentally in an America First way.
Yeah, so there you have it, man. And what's a part of the new world order, the beast system, all right, which they're getting ready to, the draconian beast system, that is, that they're getting ready to implement, okay? So, this is 2 lesson in 1. It says a Social Security data breach is a national security disaster that can hurt Americans for the rest of their lives. So this goes into the NWO as well, man. Because I believe about a year, maybe about a year or 2 ago, within the last couple of years, every social security number for every American was leaked. You know what I mean? Which, of course, we personally believe that, this is all manufactured or done by design. And basically, they're saying that, okay, this can be used by foreign entities or scammers or whatever, right? Because, all our information is being sold daily, whether you know it or not. As soon as you log into the internet for the first time, it's my first time logging into the internet. Maybe it was like 98 or 99. I remember I was like in high school. I know I'm showing my age, but fuck it. I was in high school. I think we were on Google. Oh, no, we were on Yahoo. Because Yahoo was like the first search engine. And, we were like creating email addresses. We were doing like weird shit. Back then it was weird because, that was, in the late 90s where most of us was still in like a paper-based economy or paper-based lifestyle. And then, we were entering into the digital realm because I remember I didn't get my first laptop until like 2000. So anytime I need to use the internet, I would have to use this. So I'd have to go to my school library and use that shit, man. Alright, so it threatens all Americans who have or have ever used a social security number, man. Alright, so hey, man, this is Esau society, so he could have prevented this, but no, this is done by design, because even when this B system gets implemented fully, your social security number is going to be a thing of the past. Or they could tie it into, your mark, but more than likely, they'll have like a new number behind the mark, man, all right? Because, Esau, he's into numbering the population and so forth, man, for those that take the mark. All right. So, hey, man, just go ahead and bring this B system. The fuck you waiting on? Like, the longer you wait, the worse this judgment's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's already written, but, about to do away with cash. Okay. It's lucky. They're about to go ahead and unleash this martial law because it's hand in hand with the B system. They're gonna force you to take the chip. You ain't gonna be able to leave your house without a drone. Remember how 2020 was? It was worse in other countries than here. Like in 2021, if you didn't have the YAV, you couldn't leave your house in China, man. China's way ahead of Babylon when it comes to this B system, but there's gonna come a time where America's gonna be ahead of China. Okay. People were trying to leave their house, and then a drone will tell them to get back in their house, or they'll go to their balcony or some shit, and then the drone in China would run up on them. And here in America, these drones are about to be armed, man. All right. So that's why I say it's gonna be worse than China, because these devices are gonna be armed, man. All right. So let me get some precepts, man. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we ain't ignorant of the so-called white man's devices, man. We know that, he's about to come down with great wrath, because he knows that he had but a short time, and especially Trump. The elites got him cornered, man. They're bringing out all this information on him. Of course, it's all done by design, but it's all set up. Part of his little reindeer games or whatever they call that shit. Forget the name of the movie where they make these different legislators and presidents and shit. They got to go through all this obstacle course to get to where they're at. So it's a part of his obstacle course. But he's the chosen one for the New World Order. Remember his first term, he had all them niggas on in the White House laying hands on this devil like he's the Lord. So we're not ignorant of his devices, man. All right, even though this devil, yes, monetary, military, every advantage you can think of besides having the Lord on his side, man. We ain't ignorant of his devices, man. We know he's about to bring this mass chaos. All right, done by design, man. All right. So Psalms 10:2, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. So, hey, we persecuted all the day long, man. Even to this day, Scripture says, Baruch 3:8, we are yet this day in captivity, man. Where we've been scattered, man. All right. So this is more charges. Every day is more charges on this stuff. That's why I'm like, man, go ahead, pull the plug now. And this fucking society has been ice on the ground for like the past 2 weeks and shit. People ain't been able to work, make money for like 2 weeks. So it'll be interesting to see how the Lord brings in this spring, man, because that's right around the corner, the Pesach. It's probably like another, month and a half away, man. So, Lord willing, how about Shemel Shabrin, does something miraculous. Which, this year, it's been hectic, man. January was hectic. February has been a little, hectic, but we ain't really seen nothing yet compared to January, but the month just began. So, just let the Lord, heat up that slow cooker on these heathens in 2/3. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Yeah, they imagine us in the B system, but it ain't gonna work for the elect, man. All right. So it's gonna be like your favorite movie, end of the world movie, your favorite end of the world video game on steroids, your favorite end of the world series on Netflix on steroids out here real soon. Here in America, man, which, hey, man, I couldn't think of a better place, man. Most demonic place on earth for all hell to break loose, man. Which we've been talking about it for decades, and real soon they're about to cut us off the internet, man. You can see it plain as day. You know, they just need the perfect catalyst, man. You know, because you got all these ICE demonstrations, and guess what? They use the internet to, you know, gather and shit. So that a false flag event or whatever take place, and excuse me, it's like 3 a.m. here, so lucky I'm yawning. But let a false flag event take place, and they could blame these anti-agitators and shit, using the internet or whatever, right? These false flag camps, right? These wicked niggas that call themselves Israelites, right? So let me get this last precept. Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled. So, yeah, man, Esau touching everybody, and, you know, whether it's physically, monetarily, whatever, right? You know, he been spoiling the whole world, and he ain't been spoiled, man. That's why his place called the virgin daughter of Babylon. The deal is treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee, man. Ain't nobody laid a hand on Esau as a nation, right? For a long, long time, thousands and thousands upon years, man. Since like the dark ages for real. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. Yeah, Esau ceasing to spoil. He's giving everybody this AI and shit to make money or whatever. Learn. I remember I had this nigga, man, he told me, man. I mean, I don't know if he's a nigga or not. Because, you know, I did see he a nigga. Because he talking about he smoking and shit. But he's like, yeah, he in school for computer science. And I was like, yeah, man, I tried to take that shit back in the day. I dropped out that shit immediately, like probably like the next day. And he was like, yeah, you know, he used AI, ChatGPT, to do his homework. So makes it easy for him. And I was like, yeah, that's Esau making it end the deal treacherously, because you don't gotta spend hours upon hours studying and shit, man. Like you know, you did in my time. Because this Jake, he was probably like 10 years younger than me. All right. So that's Esau making it end the deal treacherously. You can make money off AI. You can work 10 minutes a day. Let the AI do like 5-6 hours worth of work on its own. They shall deal treacherously with thee. Yeah. So these people, when the lights go out, when the dollar collapses, finally, you know, they're gonna deal treacherously with you, though. And you know, they can't get to Trump. They can't get to ICE, you know. But who can they get to? They can get to your everyday corner Edomite, man. Edomite on the corner, Billy Bob Thornton. All right, they could get to him. They could get to Susan. They could get to Katie with the 8 dogs and shit. All right. So that's the times we live in it. I could read this too. This is verse 2. Oh Lord, be gracious unto us. Yeah, so, you know, we ask the Lord, you know, for grace and mercy. We have waited for thee. Yeah, we've been waiting, man. Not as long as our apostles, but we waited for a long time. Me personally, like, shit is almost 20 years, man. I've been waiting. Which I never fathomed that. I thought we would have been out of here. If you would have asked me, I thought we would have been out of here 2012. But look, man, these damn near 20 years later, after 2012. be thou their arm every morning, our salvation also. In the time of trouble, yeah, the Lord's gonna be, our shield and buckler, man. In the time of trouble, our protection, our hedge of protection, man. All right. So, just stay strong, man. Suffer, patient. Be patient, man. All right. And this guy, he has a real dark kindness, man. Like, is this guy even human, man? He got eyeliner on and shit. Is this guy even human? I mean, till next time, Shalom.